Hey guys, Krista Janelle here, and I'm going to show you guys how I made my armor pieces for my Erza Scarlett's Heavens Wheel Armor. Now, as you can see, I started out with EVA foam, and I just paper mache and began to paint. I painted it a base of silver. Um, I needed a darker silver. I think specifically I was using gunmetal, the color gunmetal. And this is actually outdoor paint, which is the first time I've actually used outdoor paint. I thought, why not, considering it to be a little bit more durable probably than regular acrylic. So as you can see here, I'm just showing you how I painted. There were little mess ups along the paper mache because I actually use flour and water for my paper mache. So it does come out sometimes a little clunky and it's not super smooth, but as you can see right here, I just kind of went in um, with another layer of paper mache, kind of just to even it out, and then I painted over that. It didn't work perfectly, but honestly, it worked good enough for me. And my Heavens Wheel armor from last year actually was not paper mache at all, and I was kind of flapping in the wind, so I did not want to do that again. So that's why I decided to go ahead and paper mache the pieces um, personally. So after the first initial base layer, I was trying to kind of get the exact color silver that I wanted, and honestly, it was a struggle. I do not recommend trying to mix your own paints because I swear I repainted these at least 20 times throughout the duration of making these, just kind of trying to get the perfect silver. And then sometimes I would, mess something up, need to repaint it, and then I had to mix the exact color, and it was super difficult. So I honestly recommend just picking one silver and sticking with it. There's really no reason other than me being a psychopath to really try to mix the perfect paint because silver is silver. But as you can see here, I am just repainting to try to get the exact color that I wanted. And this is where I started to actually do the outline of the outside of the armor. And I had just cut these out of the EVA foam. Honestly, I tried to use the pieces that I cut from the original armored pieces so they all had the perfect shape, which worked out really well. I was able to cut out like I guess 8 strips since there was 4, 8 strips. Um, and I just kind of had altered them a little bit by cutting them once I put them on, but not too much. But as you can see, this is just me using hot glue. I will always use hot glue if I can. Honestly, I will always use hot glue if I can. And just giving the little outline around each piece. Um, just making sure that it's stuck with the hot glue, but hot glue with paper mache is honestly clutch. There is nothing better. And here you see I did all 4 of the pieces. Um, and then I just added more foam pieces on top of that. I kind of wanted a 3D layered effect. It's something that I was lacking the previous year. I think that the armor pieces came out a lot better this year, honestly. I was very happy with them. Again, they were kind of flapping when I got outside, because they were just made out of the thinnest EVA foam before. So I was a lot happier with how they turned out this year. And here I am just going through with silver paint, a lighter silver, because it is a two-toned difference. And be careful of getting it on the inside, because that was another reason why I had to repaint them a million times, because I would paint the silver and then have to go back in with the darker color and then rematch the darker color. So again, save yourself the stress and just stick with one color. I knew that I wanted it to be super easy to put on and off, so I actually made it with magnets. And this worked out better than I expected. The magnets did stick. They might have fallen off a few times during Anime New York City, but honestly, they stayed on for the most part. I used extremely strong uh, magnets though, and here it is, popping them on. I was probably the happiest of how the armored skirt part came out compared to like the entire cosplay. I just thought that was really clever and easy. It was easy access for bathroom, and like I do this kind of solo a lot of the times, so having easy access on and off is really important for me. But as you can see, it stays on and it was perfect. And here's the finished look. I will be doing more in depth on other parts of the cosplay, but here's the armor.